Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some more Stratomatic baseball. Card and dice makes everything nice. This is our 1976 Bicentennial tournament. We are now in the National League. Sound check is good. Excellent. Ben Wentz, how you doing? Hope all is well. So we are now into the National League East region. The teams that are getting the bye in the National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies and Pittsburgh Pirates in round one. Our round one matchups, tonight's matchup, the New York Mets, who are the 3 seed at 87 and 76, taking on the 6 seed Montreal Expos 55 and 107. The second round one matchup will be the Cubs and Cardinals. That will be our next series once we complete the Mets and Expos. If you didn't see the the American League West, it was incredible. It was incredible. Go back and watch. Wow. That's all I can say. Pesky Pole is here. Please check out and subscribe to that channel. He has put up a golf video recently and also Pro Strategy Football 1979 NFC Championship game between the Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You should watch that just for the fact that you can see the old. Well, you should watch it because it's fun to watch, and that you can see the old Tampa Bay Buccaneers uniforms, the creamsicle uniforms, which are just beautiful in my opinion. Ben Wentz says, "Let's go, les habitants des Montreal." As Pesky Paul says, all right, perfect time, getting ready to clean the grill. I have something to listen to as I do it. Happy Father's Day weekend to one and all. All right, so we've adjusted, and hopefully we don't hit the camera. Hopefully the sound quality is good. We've adjusted the camera a bit lower to try to get a better picture. As Pesky Paul says, those uniforms are so damn good. Ben Wentz coming through loud and clear. Thank you very much, Ben. All right, I'm going to just adjust where my mic is to try to give me, again, I have like this much room to do stuff. I love the setup down here when I'm not doing, streaming. Let's just get right to the game here. Let's give you the visiting Montreal Expos lineup and hopefully not hit the camera. We went for their number one pitcher. And again, you must use all 4 pitchers before you go back to your number one in this tournament. Steve Rogers was 7 and 17, but his ERA 3.21 in 32 starts, did have 1 save, struck out 150, gave up 10 homers, walked 69. So Steve Rogers gets the call to the mound. Point of weakness check starts in the 7th. As you can see there in the 7th. Leading off, playing right field, Ellis Valentine. Batting second, the former Met. Playing shortstop, Tim Foley. Batting third, the DH, Jose Morales. And we used him at DH. I mean, he has that 316 batting average. There's a player called Williams who has more homers, but the slugging percentage much better. And again, this is a tournament. You're going to play the best players available to you. The cleanup hitter, third baseman, Larry Parrish. If you're a Red Sox fan, you know Mr. Parrish from Morgan Magic in 1988. Such a fun year, 1988. Batting fifth, left fielder, Bombo Rivera. I had to get Bombo in the lineup just to say Bombo Rivera. Batting sixth in center field, another former Metropolitan, Del Unser. He actually started the year with the Mets and would be traded to the Expos. Mike Jorgensen, another former Met. I wonder, he probably came over in that trade too. He's playing first base, Mike Jorgensen, and he's batting 7th. Batting 8th, another former Met, Wayne Garrett, playing second base. Batting 9th, doing the catching, Barry Foote. So then we just have to flip these over, and they're ready to go. Just put that there. Now for the New York Mets, the pitcher, Terrific Tom Seaver, 14-11, 2.59 ERA, 34 starts, struck out 235, walked 77, gave up 14 homers. This would be Tom Seaver's last full year with the Mets. He would be traded midway through the 77 season to the Cincinnati Reds. So Seaver does the pitching, leading off in center field, Bruce Beauclair. Batting second, playing second, Felix Millan. Batting third, left fielder, John Milner. These cards are sometimes a little difficult to pull apart. Batting fourth, the DH, Joe Torre. Batting fifth, first baseman, Ed Kranepool. Batting sixth, the man they call Kong, Dave Kingman. And he is in right field. Kranepool at first. Batting seventh, the catcher, Jerry Grody. Playing shortstop, batting eighth, Bud Harrelson. Batting ninth, the third baseman, Roy Steiger. Or Stager. And let's get these cards ready here. So we'll start rolling. Let's put those over here. And Mr. Rogers over here. So Seaver to take the mound. Let's put that like that. Against the Expos, these series are all 2 out of 3. We're playing at Shea. Next game will be in Montreal. Again, we don't play with ballpark effects or anything like that. It's my version of Advanced, my way, within the rules, but I play it my way. All righty. Let's roll some Stratomatic card and dice because it makes everything nice. So Ellis Valentine, I'm going to push this down just a little bit. I think that's going to help me a little more. Okay. And here we go. For the Expos, it's going to be Valentine Foley Morales to lead things off against the right-hand hurling Tom Seaver. Righty-righty matchup. Grody sets the target. Seaver to Ellis Valentine, he's going to go on to play with the Mets later on in his career. We're looking at a 4-3. That's going to be a fly ball to right field. Oh, my God. Dave Kingman is absolutely horrible in right. Kingman is a 5-range E14. That is a 20. Does he luck out on that 5 roll? It's a double. Holy cow. That 5 range is god-awful. In fact, everything, if you go to a range check, is a hit. So Dave Kingman cannot get there. The ball bounces by him. Ellis Valentine has a gift double. Ouch. We thought about DHing Kingman. So Valentine with a double. He's an A stealer. Seaver is a +2 on the hold. Grody's a -1. So the way I play it, that is a +1 trying to steal. He's an A stealer. He is not going to try to steal third because that would only be 1 through 11. He's in scoring position with no outs. And that's going to bring up Tim Foley, the former Met. Foley is a C bunter. He's not going to bunt. He's going to swing the stick. Runner at second, no out. Seaver looking for the K. He deals to the right-hand batting Tim Foley. 5s across the board. We're looking at a 5-10. 5-10. Ground ball to third. The third baseman for the Mets is Stager. He's a 2E17. Let's roll the 20-sided die. That's a 16. I believe he makes the play. Let's just flip this over. So again, that is a 16. He's the third baseman. 2, ground ball A. Runner holds at second. The only plays to first. Stager throws across the diamond to Cranepool. 1 out. Valentine still at second, scoring at home 5-3. So there's 1 out. Foley hit the ball hard, but right at Stager. As Pesky Pole says, regrets. Al had a few, but then again, too few to mention. Al did it his way. You're correct. Here's Jerry Morales. Let's see if we made the right decision by putting Morales in and not Williams, who had 27 homers, but only hit .225, and his slugging percentage was not as good as Morales. Ellis takes his lead from second. Seaver looks over his shoulder at Valentin. Now deals to Morales. 1 out, runner at second. Again, off the Seaver card, righty-righty matchup. We're looking at a 5-4. 5-4. This is a play for Jerry Grody. Grody is a 1E4. He is excellent. He's a 1E4. That's a 13 on Friday the 13th. Though if you're an Italian-American, 13 is a lucky number. So a 13, and he is an A. That's going to be a number, ground ball B. Ground ball B. If no runners are forced, runners hold. So Grody looks Valentin back and then fires a strike to Cranepool at first, 2 away. So that's 2-3. Montreal could squander a golden opportunity here. It's going to be up to the cleanup hitter, Bombo Rivera. I'm sorry, no, Larry Parrish. Larry Parrish. Cards stuck together. So here's Larry Parrish looking to do some 2-out damage. Pesky Pole says, I'm Polish, but 13 was lucky for... it's blocked by the little symbol, so I can't see what it says. Was always my number in baseball and football. Very cool. Very cool. All right, here's Bombo Rivera looking for some 2-out magic. Again, a righty-righty matchup. The pitch from Seaver to Bombo Rivera. Valentine will be off on contact. He's going to be a +2 runner, 1 through 18. It's going to go off the Bombo Rivera card. We're looking at a right-handed pitcher, 2-9, 2-9. Swing and a miss. Seaver gets Bombo Rivera to chase high and away. The leadoff double goes for naught, as we say. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. So Seaver gives up the double, to which Dave Kingman is horrific and right. And that's being polite. Oh, I'm sorry. Larry Parrish strikes out. That's Larry Parrish who struck out, not Bombo Rivera. Bombo Rivera's always on my mind. Bombo Rivera is always on my mind. I just love saying Bombo Rivera. That was Parrish who struck out. Excuse me. How can you not like saying Bombo Rivera? It sounds like a wrestling name. And now challenging Ric Flair for the championship of the world, Bambo Rivera. And the crowd goes nuts here. At the Omni. All right, so Steve Rogers will try to match the Seaver goose egg. He will face Bruce Beauclair, Felix Millan, and John Milner. 1, 2, 3 in the Metropolitan batting order. Rogers a righty, Beauclair a lefty. The pitch to Bruce Beauclair. It's going to be a 3-8 off the Beauclair card. 3-8, that's a single to center. So Bruce Beauclair right away does some damage. He's a B stealer. Beauclair's a B stealer. Rogers is a -1. Foot's a -1. So that's a -2 overall. So the way I don't do the extra hold because I just don't do it. That would be normally 1 through 13 before any adjustment. And my adjustment is a -2. So that would be 1 through 11. He's not going anywhere. Bruce Beauclair is at first. Felix Millan steps to the plate. Millan is a B bunter, but he's going to swing the stick. He's going to swing the stick. No hit and run, just a regular swing the stick. Beauclair is being held on because he's a B base stealer. So Jorgensen's range for Montreal goes from a 1 to a 2. The pitch to Millan. Off the Millan card, we're looking at a 1-3. What will it be? 1-3. Hit by pitch. Oh, Nelly. Rogers nails Millan in the ribs. Beauclair advances to second. Millan, not too happy with that, though I don't think Rogers did that on purpose. So he's hit by pitch. First and second, no outs. Barbara's joined us. Hope all is well. As we have Barbara's Metropolitans playing. Red Sox beat the Yankees tonight in extra innings. Nurse Teresa and I watched the game as our grandson, Wyatt, snoozed. Here's Johnny Miller. No outs, 2 on. Milner steps to the left-hander's batter's box. Rogers has the sign from Barry Foote. They're trying to induce the double play ball. The pitch to John Milner. Rogers makes a pretty tough pitch. That's a 5-8 left-handed batter. 5-8. Ground ball to second. Second baseman's Garrett. His range is a 4. His error is an E14. That is a 10. I think they're going to possibly turn 2. Well, it's a 4 range. I don't know if they'll turn 2. So that is a 10. They'll actually go to an error check, and he's an E14. Oh, boy, I think that's an error. E14 on a 6. No, 6 through 10, double play ball, hard hit ball. Backhanded by Garrett. He flips to Foley, on to Jorgensen. Double play, advancing to third, but now with 2 outs is Bruce Beauclair. So Johnny Milner pulls the ball, bangs into the 4-6-3. 2 down. Beauclair at third for the DH, coming to an end of a very illustrious career, Joe Torre. I don't think he was player manager yet. Maybe he was in 76. I know he was in 77. Here's Joe Torre looking for some 2-out magic. Righty-righty matchup. Rogers rocks and deals to Torre. Beauclair at third, 90 feet away off the Torre card. 3-8. 3-8. Hard hit ball to short. Foley has it. Throws to Jorgensen. Side is retired. Double play bails out Rogers. Torre grounds to short to end the first. We go to the top of the second. No score here at Shea. Again, this is our first round, National League East region. Game 1, best of 3. First matchup we're showing in the National League East region. We've completed the American League East and West. Spoiler alert, the Cleveland Indians won the East, and then Cinderella lived out west in the American League. One of the most horrific teams that year, the Chicago White Sox, on a walk-off homer by who wears short shorts? Jack Brohammer walked it off in extra innings, and the Chicago White Sox will be meeting the Cleveland Indians in the American League East Region Final at a later date. The teams getting the byes in the National League East region, Phillies and Pirates. We go to the top of the second. It's going to be, yes, I dare say it, Bambo Rivera, followed by Del Unser, Mike Jorgensen. A lot of animosity here. Former Mets now playing with the Expos, facing their former teammates, and vice versa. So Seaver to face Bambo Rivera. Ben Wentz says, when you have that Nair flair, Jack Brohammer, the only man to hit a major league home run while wearing shorts. Seaver to Bambo Rivera, righty-righty matchup. Bambo is going to have off the Bambo Rivera card 2-8. 2-8, strike 3 looking. Seaver paints the inside corner with a fastball, picks up his second K. What a way to start the second. One down, Bambo Rivera muttering curse words, as he was pretty bombastic with his emotions there. One out for the left-hand batting center fielder, Del Unser. Grody wiggles the fingers. The pitch to Del Unser from Seaver off the Seaver card. We're looking at a 6'9 left-handed batter. 6'9, strike 3. That one was swinging. The fastball blown right by his former teammate Del Unser. Seaver will look to strike out the side. He'll now face another former Metropolitan, first baseman Mike Jorgensen. Jorgensen digs into the left-hander's batter's box. Seaver readies himself. He rocks and deals to Jorgensen off the Seaver card. We're looking at a 5-7 left-handed batter. 5-7. Oh, Nelly, this ball is hit deep to center field. Racing back is Bruce Beauclair. It's a triple. Beauclair leaps. It's off his glove. What an effort. Beauclair goes to the grass. A 2-out triple. 5-7, 1-2 is a triple. We rolled a 2. Mike Jorgensen gets his pound of flesh against his former teammates. Montreal once again has a runner at third with 2 outs. I'm sorry, they had a runner at second prior to that. Here comes another left-handed batter and another former Metropolitan, Wayne Garrett. Grody goes out to have a word with Seaver. Seaver says it's A-okay. Seaver's attention goes to Garrett. Third base taking a slight lead is Jorgensen. The pitch to Wayne Garrett from Tom Seaver off the Wayne Garrett card. 1-5. 1-5. Hard hit ball up the middle. Seaver knocks it down. It rolls to his left. He picks it up, throws to first, and they get Garrett by a step and a half. The side is retired. Jorgensen stranded at third. Great reaction by Seaver on the mound to take away a hit up the middle. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here at Shea. Due up for the Metropolitans, Cranepool, Kingman, and Grody. You can bet your bottom dollar that if the Mets have a lead late in the game, Dave Kingman will not be in right field. So here's Rogers trying to make Shea Stadium his neighborhood. Left-handed batting, Cranepool to the batter's box. The pitch to Eddie Cranepool from Steve Rogers off the Rogers card. We're looking at a 6-5 ground ball to second. Garrett to first. Crane Pool's retired 4-3. One down. Here comes Kong, Dave Kingman. In 1976, besides being a putrid right fielder, he batted .238, 37 homers, 86 ribbies, slugging percentage .506, struck out 135 times while only walking 28. So one out, Kingman, the man they call Kong, digs in. It's a righty-righty matchup. Foot goes through the signs. Rogers nods his head. The pitch to Dave Kingman. It's a 4-7 to Kong. Righty-righty matchup. 4-7, 1 through 11's a single. Kong rips a shot to center. So Kingman's at first. Above average base runner, 1 through 14. As Ben Wentz is walking is bad form anyways. So Kingman at first, one out. He's a C stealer. They will hold him on. That means Jorgensen's range goes from a 1 to a 2. Here's Jerry Grody. The pitch to Grody from Rogers. Kingman at first. Off the Grody card, right-handed pitcher, 210. 210. It is a possible double. Nope, it is a single going first to third as it's a single, 2 stars. Is Kingman. He had a great read on that. The Mets are threatening. After the ground out by Crane Pool, Kingman singles. Grody singles. Kingman goes first to third. That will bring up the switch hitting shortstop for the Metropolitans, Bud Harrelson. There's a song that says, "Don't mess with Bill." Well, don't mess with Bud if you're Pete Rose. God rest both their souls. Rogers is ready. First and third. Expos will play for 2. The pitch to Bud Harrelson trying to give the Mets the lead. It's off the Harrelson card. 2-2. How do you do? 2-2's a single to center. Bud Harrelson slaps it to center. It drops in front of Del Unser, who was playing shallow. Kingman trots in from third. Grody will go station to station. The slow-footed catcher halts at second. Bud Harrelson comes through in the clutch. That's 3 hits in a row, 1-0 Mets. First and second, 1 out. Grody at second. Harrelson at first. Number 9 batter, Roy Steiger. I think I called him Steiger. I don't know how to pronounce Roy's name. Steps to the plate. Rogers to Roy. It's a Roy Rogers. Off the Steiger card. 210. 210. Strike 3. Swings at the breaking pitch. Foot bluffs a throw to second. Grody just dives back. Rogers picks up his first K. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners are not being held on. There'll be +2 runners. So Grody will be 1 through 10 at second. Harrelson 1 through 16. Top of the order, Bruce Beauclair, who singled in his first at-bat. Beauclair looking to knock in a run here. Rogers to Beauclair from the left-hander's batter's box. Rogers deals Bruce Beauclair a 5-8. 5-8. Ground ball to second. Wayne Garrett is a 4E14. That is a 9. We go to an error check, and I know you got to get at least a 6 here. Got the 11. E14. That's an error. 3 through 5, 11 and 12 is an error. The bases are juiced. Wayne Garrett botches the ground ball that should have ended the inning. Grody to third. Harrelson to second. Beauclair on base for a second time, this time via the error by the Montreal Expos second baseman. Bases juiced, 2 outs for Felix Millan. He was hit by a pitch. Foote goes out to have a word with Rogers, who seems a bit upset with Garrett not making that play. Foote back behind the plate. Rogers has no place to put Felix Millan. It is a righty-righty matchup. The pitch to El Gato, Felix Millan. 1-9 to Felix Millan. 1-9. That's going to knock in 2 runs. Possible double, could be 3. It's a 14. Single to center. 2 stars, 3-0 Mets. Grody scores from third. Harrelson scores from second. Beauclair goes first to third. Millan gets his revenge for being hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and picks up 2 ribbies. 3-0 Mets. Those runs are unearned, though. Rogers really upset now, but he has to calm down and focus on John Milner. Milner banged into a 4-6-3 double play. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Johnny Milner. 2 outs, runners on the corners for the Metropolitans. Off the Milner card, right-handed pitcher. 2-9, 2-9, popped up right side. Milner was over anxious in foul territory. The first baseman, Jorgensen, waits for it. He squeezes it. Johnny Milner is 0 for 2. The Mets get 2 unearned runs thanks to the error, keeping the inning alive by the former Metropolitan Wayne Garrett. And after that, Felix Millan drives in 2 with a single. So the Mets pick up 3, excuse me. We go to the top of the third, 3-0 Mets. Will that be enough for Tom Terrific? We shall see. Due up in the top of the third, the number 9 batter, the catcher for the Expos, Barry Foote. Then Ellis Valentine, Tim Foley to face Tom Seaver. Clinton Parks, how you doing? Happy Father's Day, my friend. Here's Tom Seaver. 2 scoreless innings. Seaver to face Barry Foote. Foote's first at-bat against Tom. Seaver to Foote, righty-righty matchup off the Seaver card. 4-6. 4-6. That's a fly ball to right field, and Dave Kingman. Mets fans hold their breath. Kong squeezes it, 1 out. Clinton Parks says, did a 1962 game earlier, Reds-Dodgers 4-3, posted in Sports Simulations Facebook page. Excellent. So Foote is retired. He heads back to the bench. That will bring up Ellis Valentine, led off the game with a double, but would go no farther. Ellis Valentine awaits a Seaver offering. The pitch homeward bound off the Seaver card. We're looking at a 5-9 righty-righty matchup. 5-9, strike 3. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball in the dirt. Grody applies the tag. Seaver is now struck out 4. 2 down. Here in the top of the third, 3-0 Mets. As people are saying hello to Clinton, the Admiral. Tim Foley will try to keep the top of the third alive. Foley grounded to third. The pitch to Foley from Seaver off the Foley card. Right-handed pitcher, 1-7. 1-7, fly ball deep to center field, but not deep enough. Going back. Waiting now is Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair has it. 1-2-3, go les Expos. We go to the bottom of the third. Seaver and the Mets 3. The Expos nothing. Only one of those runs scored in the second was earned. The other two, thanks to the Garrett error, unearned. Rogers and the Expos are in a pickle. Rogers to take his warm-up tosses. He will face Torrey Cranepool Kingman. Torrey 0 for 1. He grounded to short. We are ready to start the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch from Rogers to Joe Torrey. Righty-righty matchup off the Torrey card. We're looking at a 3-9, 3-9, swing and a miss, strike 3. Second K for Rogers. Torrey is 0 for 2. 1 out, bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Mets. Ed Cranepool 0 for 1. Cranepool grounded to second. Cranepool into the left-hander's batter's box. Rogers has the sign from Foot. The pitch to Eddie Cranepool off the Cranepool card. 3-9. That's a chopper to second. Garrett will flip to Jorgensen, 2 away. Second time Cranepool has pulled the ball to the right side and grounded out to his former teammate, Wayne Garrett. 2 outs, base is empty for Kong. Dave Kingman singled and scored the first Metropolitan run on the Bud Harrelson base hit. Rogers is ready. Foot sets the target. The pitch to Kingman. Kong gets a 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. A 6 and a 6. Fly ball to center. He got under it. Unser waits, makes the catch. The Mets go down 1-2-3. Dave Kingman is now 1 for 2. We go to the top of the fourth. Due up for the Expos. Morales, Parrish, and Bambo Rivera. How can you not like saying Bambo Rivera? It's Bambo time. Seaver to the hill. He'll have his warm-up tosses between innings. Jerry Morales grounded 2-3, a number in front of the plate. He's 0 for 1. The pitch to Jerry Morales in a righty-righty matchup from Tom Seaver. Off the Seaver card, we're looking at a 4-7. 4-7, ground ball to short. Harrelson up with it, throws to Cranepool. 1 away. Morales is 0 for 2. That will bring up the third baseman, Larry Parrish, who is a strikeout victim of Seaver. The pitch to Parrish, 1 out, no one on, top of the fourth, 2-6 off the Parrish card. 2-6, hard hit ball to short. Rinse and repeat, deja vu all over again. Harrelson to Cranepool, 2 away. Parrish is 0 for 2. That will bring up everyone's favorite name in baseball, Bambo Rivera. Here's Bambo. He'd like to mambo around the bases. The offering from Seaver to Bambo Rivera. It's a 2-3. What will it be? We shall see. 2-3. Guess what? Rinse and repeat. Ground ball to short. Harrelson has been a busy beaver at the shortstop position. Throws a strike to Cranepool. 1-2-3. Go the Expos. 6-3, 3 times. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Mets. Seaver pitching a jam. So Bambo Rivera couldn't get it done. Here comes Rogers. Rogers has given up 3 runs. They all came in the second. Only 1 was earned. The other 2, inning was kept alive on the Wayne Garrett error. And then Felix Millan drove in 2 with a single. Seaver looking on from the Mets dugout. Game 1, best 2 out of 3. Round 1, National League East region of the 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. Rogers to Jerry Grody, who singled and scored. 5-9. Righty-righty matchup. 5-9. Strike 3. Rogers paints the outside corner, picks up K number 3, 1 down. Grody now 1 for 2. Here's Bud Harrelson. 1 for 1 with a ribby and a run scored. Switch hitter batting lefty. Foot sets the target. The pitch to Bud Harrelson. Rogers deals Harrelson a 4-4. Left-handed batter. 4-4. This is the play for Barry Foote. Foote is a 2-E2. That's pretty good. That's a 1. Oh, boy. That is a 1. And he is a 2-E2. So that's popped up. Foul territory. Foote throws his mask to the left. Waits for it to come down. Makes the catch. Harrelson's now 1 for 2. Rogers looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Will face the number 9 batter, Roy Stager. Rogers struck out Roy. Here comes the Rogers-Roy pitch. Roy from Rogers gets a 4-5. So we have a 4. We have a 5. Does he have normal home run power? No, he is weak. So if you're a Mets fan, you don't want to see the 1 through 4 because it's a single. You want to see the 5 through 20, which will still be a double. It is a double. Roy Steiger doubles as that hops to the left center field wall. It's a stand-up double by Roy Steiger. Inning stays alive. Top of the order to Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair is 1 for 2. But he has reached twice, a single and the error by Garrett. Stager will be off on contact, so he +2 with 2 outs, 1 through 14. Base running ability. The pitch to Bruce Beauclair from Steve Rogers. 2 outs, runner at second. It is a 2-9. 2-9. Chopper to second. That's going to end the inning. Garrett will not make an error on this one. Tosses to Jorgensen. The 2-out double goes for naught. We're through 4 here at Shea. The Mets 3. The Expos nothing. We go to the top of the 5th here at Shea. Due up for the Expos. Unser, Jorgensen, Garrett to face Tom Seaver. Seaver has put up goose eggs through the first 4. Here comes Seaver. Stepping to the left-hander's batter's box, the Montreal center fielder, Del Unser. Seaver rocks and deals to Unser. The left-handed Unser with a 5-10. 5-10 ground ball to third. Steiger is a 2E17. That's a 3. I think that's a hit. Let's see. No! Chopped down the third base line. Ground ball C. Barehanded by Steiger. He throws the stretch by Cranepool, and they just get the speedy Del Unser by a half step. Nice play by the Mets third baseman, Roy Steiger. 1 down. Unser thought he was going to get an infield hit. Steiger and Cranepool thought otherwise. That will bring up another left-handed batter for the Expos, first baseman Mike Jorgensen. Jorgensen tripled with 2 outs, but did not score. They couldn't get any two-out magic by the man on deck, Wayne Garrett. Here's the pitch, homeward bound to Mike Jorgensen. Off the Jorgensen card, we're looking at a 3-4. 3-4 fly ball to left field. Going back now to his right, making the catch, John Milner. There are 2 down. Jorgensen goes back to the dugout, 1 for 2. Base is empty for Wayne Garrett. Another left-handed stick to face Tom Seaver. Seaver gets a sign from Grody. The pitch to Wayne Garrett. Off the Seaver card, left-handed batter, 4-7. 4-7. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Seaver gets him on the fastball. Tom Seaver is now struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Les Expos. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 3-0 Mets. Due up for the Metropolitans, Mian, Milner, Torrey to face Steve Rogers. Mets got all 3 of their runs in the bottom of the 2nd, 1 earned, 2 unearned, thanks to the error by the man who just struck out. Heading back out to 2nd for the Expos, the former Met, Wayne Garrett. Rogers awaits the entry into the right-hander's batter's box by Felix Mian, the man they call El Gato, the cat. Mian is 1 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, and then with 2 outs, he made them pay for that error. He knocked in 2 with the bases loaded with a single. Rogers to Mian. Righty-righty matchup off the Mian card. 2-10. 2-10. Ball hit down to third. Parrish across the diamond to Jorgensen. Mian is retired. 5-3. 1 out here for the Mets in the bottom of the 5th. That will bring up the left-hand batting left fielder, Johnny Milner. Rogers ready to deal. The pitch homeward bound to Johnny Milner. Off the Rogers card, left-handed batter, 4-9. Swing and a miss. Rogers gets Milner to chase down and in. That was a nasty breaking pitch. Just dropped off the table. Hits the dirt. Milner was down to 1 knee after the swing. Foot puts the tag on him to complete the strikeout. 4 Ks now for Roy Rogers. Two outs, base is empty for the DH, Joe Torre. Torre grounded to short and struck out. He's 0 for 2. Rogers and the Expos looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch to Torre from Steve Rogers. It's 4s across the board, 4-8. So we have a 4, we have an 8. Torre battles Rogers to a walk. They will not hold on Torre. Torre will be a +2 runner, 1 through 10, due to 2 outs. Here's Eddie Kranepool. Kranepool has twice ground out to Garrett at second. Rogers picks up the sign from Foot. The pitch to Ed Kranepool with 2 outs. Off on contact. Torre. It's a 6-7. 6-7. Strike 3 looking. Kranepool can't believe it. Painting the outside corner is Rogers. Foot did a pretty good job of framing it, but I still think it was a strike. Rogers strikes out 2. Here in the bottom of the 5th, we go to the top of the 6th, 3-0 Mets. Steve Rogers has now struck out 5. So Rogers had that 1 hiccup inning, and to be honest with you, it should only be 1-0. 3 of those runs scored in the bottom of the 2nd were unearned. Three runs for Tom Seaver might be enough for the Mets to take game 1 here at Shea. Game 2, they will go north of the border to Olympic Stadium. So Seaver prepared to do battle in the top of the 6th with the Expos lineup. It's going to be Foote, then the top of the order, Ellis Valentine, Timmy Foley. I'm going to take a swig of water here in the top of the 6th. The pitch to Barry Foote off the Seaver card. Righty-righty matchup, 6-11. So we have a 6, we have an 11. That's a fly ball to center. Can of corn for Beauclair. Foote is retired. Second fly ball out. He's 0 for 2. 1 out top of the order. Ellis Valentine has doubled and struck out. Grody wiggles the fingers. Seaver with a quick nod of the head. The leg kick, the delivery to Ellis Valentine. Off the Valentine card, right-handed pitcher, 2-10. So a 2 and a 10. Valentine battles Seaver to a free pass. Second time he has reached base. First time was a double. Valentine is an ace stealer. And we have a +1 for Seaver because he is a +2. Grody's a -1. I don't do the extra hold. 1 through 14. He is out. Al, Red Sox fans, horrific rolling for bunts and steals continues. 17, and that's out number 2. Grody with a quick release. Applying the tag was Felix Millan. There are 2 down, bases empty. If you're scoring at home, that goes 2-4. That's going to be out stealing. So the Expos trying to get something going here. But Ellis Valentine gunned down by Jerry Grody. Joining us here at Shea, Marquand, 1976. It's all in the wrists. World's Worst Gamer, how you doing? Two outs, base is empty. Here's Tim Foley. The Expos shortstop 0 for 2. Ground out, fly out. Seaver to Foley to try and end the top of the 6. 1, 2, 3. It's off the Seaver card. We're looking at a 6-7 right-handed batter. 6-7, swing and a miss. Seaver pumps the high fastball past Tim Foley. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Mets. Tom Seaver now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ks for Mr. Seaver. Rogers has 5 Ks, has only given up 1 earned run, but there are also 2 unearned runs produced in the bottom of the 2nd. Thus, the 3-0 Mets lead. And that seems more than enough for Seaver and the Mets on this day. Rogers to the hill. Point of weakness check starts for Rogers in the 7th. For Seaver in the 9th. Rogers to face Kingman, Grody, and Harrelson. Dave Kingman 1 for 2. He's singled and flown to center. The pitch from Rogers to Kong, righty-righty matchup. It is a 2-9 to Kong. Swing and a miss. Kong chases high and away. Fastball right by him. 6 Ks for Rogers. One down here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Jerry Grody. The Mets catcher is 1 for 2. He singled, scored, and struck out. Grody awaits the Rogers offering. Homeward bound comes the pitch to Jerry Grody. Off the Rogers card, right-handed stick. 6-6. You get your kicks. You can say it on Route 66. So we have a 6 and a 6. Fly ball to center field. Can of corn for Del Unser. Grody is retired. 2 outs. Base is empty. In the bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Mets. Bud Harrelson has knocked in 1. Buddy is 1 for 2. He's also scored a run. Trying to keep it alive for Roy Stager. The pitch to Harrelson from Rogers, 1-6. 1-6. Can of corn to center. Coming in is Unser. He snares it. And 1, 2, 3 go the Mets in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th. Here at Shea, Game 1, best of 3, Round 1, National League East Region Bicentennial Tournament. The American League East and West regions are complete. Spoiler alert, the Cleveland Indians won the American League East. Spoiler alert, Cinderella lived in the American League West as the White Sox won the West and will face the Cleveland Indians to see who will come out of the American League here in this bicentennial tournament. So with a 3-0 lead, do we take Kingman out in the top of the 7th? I don't think they would yet. Will that come back to haunt the Mets? Kingman is a 5 range. Anything he rolls on a range check is a hit. So I got to think about that. I'm going to try to get Kingman one more at bat. For Seaver, he will face from the Expos here in the top of the 7th, Morales, the DH, Parrish, the third baseman, Bambo Rivera, the left fielder. Let's go, Bambo. The fans who have traveled here from Montreal. Jerry Morales, the DH, is 0 for 2 groundouts. Seaver to Morales to start off the top of the 7th off the Morales card. Right-handed pitcher, 2-4. So we have a 2 and a 4. That is a ground ball to first. To his left goes Cranepool. He'll lead Seaver to the bag. 1 down. Morales 0 for 3. Here's Larry Parrish, right-hand batting third baseman. Parrish has struck out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. Parrish with a little bit of pop. The pitch from Seaver to Larry Parrish off the Seaver card. Right-handed batter, 6'10". I'm sorry, 4'10". So we have a 4, we have a 10. Ground ball to short, range error check. Bud Harrelson's a 3E29. So here's the range roll. That's a 3. Where's the shortstop? There's the shortstop. That's a single into left. Dive by Harrelson. He can't get there. Parrish singles. With 1 out. Right, because this is the 7th here. Morales grounded out to start the inning. Parrish singles, 1 out, 1 on. Tying run comes to the plate. I'm sorry, that's not the tying run. The tying run is still on the on-deck circle. Bambo Rivera comes to the plate. Bambo Rivera. How you doing, Jim? Hope all is well. So here's Bambo Rivera. Bambo is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded to Harrelson at short. 1 out, 1 on. Seaver to Bambo. Can he induce the double play ball? It's off the Seaver card. Right-handed batter, 4-7. We have a 4. We have a 7. There's the double play ball. Harrelson, Mian to Cranepool. The side is retired. 6-4-3. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 3-0 Seaver and the Mets. So Bambo Rivera having a tough day at the plate. No mamboing for Bambo. Hey, Bambo. Bambo Rivera. Hey, Bambo. Bambo Rivera. Rogers, point of weakness check here in the 7th. He's only given up 1 earned run, but 3 runs overall. Jim says he's doing fine. That's awesome, my friend. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back, for it's root for the Mets. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's go, Mets. Here at Shea. That was the 7th inning stretch. And with that, a wonderful swig of water. Rogers, to try to keep it a 3-0 lead, will face the number 9 batter, Roy Stager. Then the top of the order for the Metropolitans, Bruce Beauclair, Felix Mian. The pitch from from Steve Rogers to Roy Stager. Off the Rogers card, we're looking at a 5-8 righty matchup. 5-8 ground ball to second. Oh boy, that's Wayne Garrett. He has made an error already, and that's a 15. Garrett will make the play on this one on the chopper as he tosses to first. Steiger is retired 4-3. He's now 1 for 3. Top of the order, Bruce Beauclair is singled, reached on an error by the aforementioned Wayne Garrett, and then grounded to Garrett. Foot sets the target. The pitch to the left-hand batting Mets center fielder, Bruce Beauclair. Off the Beauclair card, right-handed pitcher, 2-6. A 2 and a 6 is a walk. So Beauclair has reached for a 3rd time. Beauclair a B stealer, but Rogers has a -1 hold, and Foot is a -1 arm, so a B stealer, as we stated early in the game, would be 1 through 11. I do not do the extra hold. With that walk, Foot is a hit. 2 hits or 2 walks or a combination thereof of hitting point of weakness. Here's Felix Mian. Mian, after the error by Garrett in the 2nd, knocked in 2 with a 2-out single. And the bases were juiced. 1 out, 1 on. Beauclair will be held on as he's a B stealer. Jorgensen's range goes from a 1 to a 2. The pitch to Mian from Steve Rogers off the Mian card, right-handed pitcher, 2-10. So we have a 2, we have a 10, ground ball to 3rd, ground ball B. That is a force at second. They cannot complete the double play. So there are 2 down. Mian reaches on the fielder's choice. So that was a 2-10. Ground ball to 3rd. Okay. So that's a 5-4. Fielder's choice. 5-4. And he is out. So 2 down. Mian at first. They will not hold Mian on with 2 outs. He's a D stealer. Here's a left-hand batting left fielder, Johnny Milner. Milner is 0 for 3. Banged into a double play. Popped out to first and struck out. Mian will be off on contact. 1 through 15 with 2 outs. The pitch to John Milner. Off the Milner card, a 1-7. 1-7. Hard hit ball to first. Knocked down by Jorgensen. He scrambles. He gets the ball. Wins the foot race to the bag. The side is retired. Excellent effort by Mike Jorgensen. We go to the top of the 8th. 3-0 Mets. Due up for les Expos. Unser, Jorgensen, Garrett to face Tom Seaver. Seaver's tossing a shutout through 7. Seaver's point of weakness check starts in the 9th. Seaver to face here in the top of the... oh, shoot. My faux pas. We had the right one. Bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 7th. No, bottom of the 8th. No. Top of the 8th. God damn it. I was right. A little confusion here at the stadium. It is the top of the 8th. All right. That's what that's what happened. I didn't put a 0 there, and I looked, and I doubted myself, but it's the 8th. All right, here we go. Order is restored. Top of the 8th. I just sang the bottom of the 7th song. I should have remembered that. Should have remembered, but I didn't. Top of the 8th, 3-0 Mets. Seaver to face Unser, Jorgensen, and Garrett, and we're sure of it this time. The pitch to Del Unser, who's 0 for 2. Seaver hoping for 0 for 3. That is a 1-11. Right-handed pitcher, 1-11. Chopper to second. They'll get Unser by a couple of steps as Mian over to Cranepool at first. 1 down. That will bring up Mike Jorgensen, who has tripled and flown to left. He's 1 for 2. Seaver kicks and deals to Jorgensen. Snake eyes across the board. We're looking at a 1-2, and that is a single. So Jorgensen's 2 for 3. Jorgensen at first, a B stealer. They will hold him on. So Cranepool's range goes to a 4. One out, one on for Wayne Garrett. Garrett has made an error in the field, and he's 0 for 2 at the plate. That 0 for 2 includes a strikeout. Seaver looks to get him again. Grody sets the target. The pitch to Wayne Garrett, teammates on the 73 World Series team. That is a 2-9. 2-9 possible 2-run homer by Wayne Garrett, 1 through 5. It's gone! Wayne Garrett jacks it out to right center. He was sitting dead red, and the Expos pulled it within 1. Let's double check that. That's a 2-9 home run, 1 through 5. Re-rolled a 4. Bippity boppity boom goes the ball, and the former Metropolitan Wayne Garrett touches them all. To the moon, Alice, to the moon. And that's going to make Wayne Garrett feel a little better, though his error is still costing the Expos the lead. But they've pulled to within 1. Bippity boppity boom by Wayne Garrett. It's now 3-2 Mets. One out, base is empty. Top of the 8th, 3-2 Mets. Expos on the board thanks to the Garrett blast. Here's Barry Foote. Grody goes out to have a word with Seaver. Garrett was sitting dead red. Seaver didn't place that ball on the outside corner. Obviously caught too much of the plate. Foote 0 for 2, 2 flyouts, 1 to right, 1 to left. Seaver to Barry Foote off the Seaver card. Right-handed batter, 6'3". And that's a single to center. Seaver's running into a lot of trouble here with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Tying run on, Barry Foote. They will not hold Foote on. He's an E-stealer. Top of the order for Ellis Valentine. Valentine is 1 for 2. He's doubled, struck out, and walked. Was thrown out stealing. After that walk, Valentin has 7 homers, slugging .410 in 76. Foley on deck. 1 out, 1 on. Garrett, smiling a bit in the dugout with that 2-run homer, has pulled the Expos to within 1. The pitch to Ellis Valentine from Seaver off the Seaver card. Righty-righty matchup. 4-11. 4-11. That's going to be a fly ball to left. Going halfway is Foote. Now he starts to head back as Johnny Milner makes the catch. 2 down. 3-2 Mets. Tim Foley steps to the right-hander's batter's box. Foote will be off on contact. That's a +2. So it'll be 1 through 12 advancing the bases. Yep. Also teammates on the 69 World Series team as World's Worst Gamer states. The pitch to Tim Foley off the Seaver card. We're looking at a 6-7. 6-7. Swing and a miss. Seaver rears back and strikes out Foley for a second time. The Expos do get 2 on the 2-run blast by the former Metropolitan left-hand batting second baseman for the Expos, Wayne Garrett. But it's Garrett's error that is still allowing the Mets to have the lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Mets 3, the Expos 2. Seaver has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rogers has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, this would be a feather in the cap of the Expos if they could beat Tom Seaver here at Shea. Then they would go back to Montreal with a chance to pull a huge upset and eliminate the 3-seed Mets out of the National League East. Bottom of the 8th, Mets lead is down to 1. They'll try to increase it with Joe Torre, Ed Kranepool, and the man they call Kong, Dave Kingman. Kingman will not be in the field in the top of the 9th. Rogers to Torre. Torre is 0 for 2 with a walk. The pitch to Torre off the Torre card. Right-handed pitcher, 3-6. That's a single to center. So Joe Torre reaches for a second time, this time via the single. He's an E-stealer. They will not hold him on. Another hit or 2 hits or 2 walks and a combination thereof. Rogers hits, point of weakness. Expos have bullpen action. The pitch to Ed Kranepool, 5-11. Runner at first, no outs. Kranepool 0 for 3. Rogers hopes to induce a double play ball off the bat of Kranepool. Left-handed stick, 5-11. Kranepool pulls it to right. Going back a bit now, waiting is Ellis Valentine. He makes the catch. Torre retreats to first. 1 down. Here's Kong, Dave Kingman. Kingman is 1 for 3. He has singled, scored, flown to center. Last at bat was a strikeout victim of Rogers. Can Kong give the Mets the insurance they crave? Fans here at Shea hoping. The pitch from Steve Rogers to Dave King Kong Kingman. 5s across the board. We're looking at a 5-10. Right-handed batter, 5-10. Ground ball to short. There's a double play ball. Foley, Garrett, Jorgensen. We go to the top of the 9th. 3-2 Mets. Kingman will be lifted for a defensive replacement. And we're just going to go with our best outfielder available. It will not be Jim Dwyer, that's for sure. It will not be Lee Mazzilli. Actually, he can't play right. He can play center and left. His range is doesn't matter. It's not going to be Lee. Leo Foster, infielder. No. Leon Brown is a 4 range in all 3 outfield spots. -1 arm, E6. That is a possibility. Mike Vale is a 4 E20. No. So it's going to be Leon Brown. I don't think we have another outfielder. Pepe Mangual. He can play all 3 outfield positions. He's a 4 E11, but he has a +2 arm. Yep, it's going to be Leon Brown to play defense in the 9th. For the Mets, do we want to go to Skip Lockwood? Let me think about that. So Kingman is lifted for Brown. And we'll just write, he's a D stealer, D bunter, C hit and run. So he's a DDC. Pretty good base runner, though. 16. And he's coming in the 9th. So Kingman is gone. We're going to go with Brown. And again, Brown is a 4 range, which is obviously slightly better than a 5. -1 arm, which is better than Kingman's. And his error is an E6. Okay, so Kong is out. Lockwood is ready in the Mets pen. For the Expos, it's going to be Morales, Parrish, and Bambo Rivera. Is Bombo due? Expos fans believe so. So Rogers, 8 innings, 3 runs, but only 1 was earned. The Garrett error is the difference in this game. Thus, the Mets a 3-2 lead. Seaver will look to go the distance. Point of weakness check for Tom. Skip Lockwood up in the pen. Skip was 10-7 with a 2.67 ERA and 19 saves in 1976. Out of the pen, he struck out 108, allowed 6 homers while walking only 34. Pitched 94 innings out of the pen. All righty. Seaver done with his warm-up tosses. He'll face Jose Morales, who is 0 for 3. The pitch to Jose from Tom Seaver, 2-8. 2-8. Hard hit ball up the middle, knocked down by Seaver. He'll throw to first. Morales is retired 0 for 4. Great reaction by Seaver, robbing Morales of a hit up the middle. 1 out. That will bring up Parrish. Parrish is 1 for 3. Singled in his last at-bat. Prior to that, grounded to Harrelson at short and struck out. Seaver picks up the sign from Grody. The pitch to the right-handed Larry Parrish. Off the Seaver card, right-handed batter, 4-7. Ground ball to Bud Harrelson. Harrelson tosses the first, 2 away. Bombo Rivera 0 for 3. Will they call Bombo back? I think they shall. They need a home run here. Expos going to their bench. It's going to be Earl Williams. Earl Williams, 225, 17 homers, 55 ribbies. So they're going to look for a game-tying homer here. And you can see he's got to get that one column. So Earl Williams, a catcher first baseman, will pinch hit for Bombo Rivera. Trying to tie this game with one swing of the bat. Fans at Shea on their feet. As Williams spikes the bat into the ground to get rid of the donut. And heads to the right-hander's batter's box. So Williams a pinch hit. He's an EDD. Grody goes out to have a word with Seaver. Cranepool's there. Harrelson's there. Mian is there. Steiger just off the mound. Umpire comes out, breaks up the meeting. Players back to their positions. This is it. Seaver is ready. He kicks and deals. 2 outs. Base is empty. The pitch to Earl Williams looking for a mighty swing. That's a 4-4-4. Does it close the door on the Expos and Earl Williams? Right-handed batter off the Seaver card. Jammed. Floated out to left. Racing in is Johnny Milner. He makes the sliding catch. Oh, 4-8, excuse me. 4-8. It's still an out, and we're going to say Johnny Milner catches it, even though it went to center. This ball game is over on the 4-8. It's a fly out. Again, I looked at 4-4. So it's still an out, and it's Johnny Milner in left center making the sliding catch. Williams does not come through in the clutch. Tom Seaver goes the distance. The Mets win 3-2. Tough luck loser, Steve Rogers. And that was a hell of a game. The error by the former Metropolitan, Wayne Garrett, in the second allowed the other 2 runs to score after Harrelson knocked in a legitimate run. Thus, the Mets win 3-2. Wayne Garrett knocked in the only 2 runs for the Expos in the top of the 8th with a 2-run homer. So Seaver is the winning pitcher. Rogers is the losing pitcher. Seaver went 9 innings. 2 runs, both earned. Gave up a homer. Seaver struck out, I believe it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seaver, I think he walked 1. Maybe none. No, right there. There's the walk. I knew Seaver looks like he walked 1, and he gave up some hits. I don't really care. So he gets the win. Rogers went 8 innings. He has the loss. Gave up 3 runs. Only 1 was earned. No home runs. Rogers struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rogers walked 1, 2, walked 2. So neither team uses their bullpen. Lockwood was ready for the Mets, but neither team uses the bullpen. So the bullpen will be fresh for game 2. The Mets will go for the sweep at Olympic Stadium. Who is the MVP? I'm going to give it to Tom Seaver. So Tom Seaver's MVP aka player of the game. The Mets win 3-2. Game 2 will be in Montreal at Olympic Stadium in the near future as the Mets look to sweep the Expos out 2-0. The pitchers in Game 2 for the Mets, I believe it's going to be Kuzman. Once I can pick up these cards. It's going to be Jerry Kuzman, who was 21-10 with a 2.69 ERA. For the Expos, it's going to be Fryman. Woody Fryman was 13-13 with a 3.37. Those are the starters for Game 2. All right, so there you have it. The Mets win 3-2. As Jim says, congratulations to number 41, Tom Seaver. I'd like to thank Jim, Barbara, World's Worst Gamer, Marquand, 1976, Clinton Parks, Ben Wiltz, Pesky Pole. Please check out and subscribe to that channel. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed rolling it. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. Happy Father's Day to one and all. God bless. I love you and I thank you for your time. You know what's coming, folks. The Mets are going to Montreal with a 1-0 lead thanks to Tom Seaver and an error by the Expos second baseman Wayne Garrett. They win Game 1 3-2. And also, peace!